Whoa, we're still playing. Hold on. Anyways, damn, man. I guess I should start it by saying what I need to say. Happy New Year. It is now 2024. It's 1/1/24. January 1st, 2024. Welcome to the 2024 prediction show here on the Geekdom 101 channel. This is going to be a prediction of, actually, let me make the quick fix here. You're going to see it in just a minute pop up on your screen. There we go. So we're going to be doing predictions. Now, I did this many years ago. Those of you who have been around, I did a prediction show, I think, in 2019 going into 2020. And boy, nobody guessed what was going to happen that year. And I think I did it back in 2016, I want to say. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be discussing a prediction show, or it's going to be a prediction show. We're going to be discussing your predictions for what will take place in Dragon Ball this year. Now, this is a wide range of topics. This is going to cover a wide range of things. This includes Daima, Super, Sparking Zero, any of the mobile games, any new games. So what I want to hear from you guys is, I want you to give me two predictions, okay? I want you to give me one prediction that you think is a bit more, more grounded. And then I want you to give me a prediction that's like wild. Like one that is, a little bit over the top, a little bit, not, like I said, not one that you think might be, that you feel might happen, but others might not. You know what I mean? Including predictions on upcoming arcs of Super and Daima, DLC for the video games, whatever you want to throw at me. I'm looking forward to reading them. And of course, if you are a super chatter or if you're in the Geekdom 101 Discord, you will get priority over everybody else. So if you're not a not necessarily in the Discord, if you are a member of the Geekdom 101 YouTube channel, if you're not one, click the join button on any video, and it'll pop up with like a little video that tells you the perks and whatnot. There's actually more perks that I added that I haven't talked about that in there yet. We'll go over that in the future, especially after you join. But anyways, so you get priority over everybody else, but I'm still looking forward to hearing some of you guys' priority. First of all, again, as folks are filing in, I want to wish a happy new year. I want to wish a happy new year to all of you. I want to wish a happy new year to all of you, your friends and your family. I hope you had a safe New Year's yesterday. I hope nobody got in any trouble or anything. I certainly hope that you guys are doing well, and I hope that this whole year works out for you. 2023, and I said this in my community post, for Dragon Ball, 2023 was trash. Just, throw his gum away. Complete trash. 2023 sucked. But with 2024, we've got a new show. We've got the continuation of the manga, although we don't know exactly what yet because no information has been revealed yet about that. We got nothing yesterday. We got a Sparking Zero, which is like probably the most hyped thing coming out, I would say, and a lot more. So I'm willing to talk about any of those things with you guys today. And anything else you want to give me a prediction for. But remember, make it a good one because we're going to look back on this and we're going to look back and see which one of you were great prognosticators and which one of you were fools. And even if you are a fool, having a good guess does not really make you a fool. In fact, being here with me makes you automatically not a fool. But try to lean more towards prognostication. So there you go. Yes, Dragon Ball in 2023 was very dry. Trust me, I know. It is what it is. Hold on, y'all. I have some mucus. Not trying to gross you out. I have a little bit of mucus that I'm clearing there. So we're going to, yes, we did get the end of the superhero arc, so I'm very happy about that. I'm going to be taking calls from the Geekdom 101 Discord. Let me actually get situated real quick. I'm going to be bringing people in for that as we go through. And it is what it is. So let's see here. I already got some super chats, but they're not popping up yet in my... Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to refresh real quick. I'm getting some weird activity here on YouTube. There we go. You have to sometimes refresh like the back screen to get the refresh. Christian says, I feel like we barely got anything in 2023. Well, it's not that you feel like, it's the truth. I mean, that is the truth, my friend. We didn't get nothing. Like some DLC for some games that, you know, that many of us aren't even playing anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. So we'll see. We'll see. But before you guys give me your predictions, I did mention that super chats are going to go first. Once again, Happy New Year to you and your loved ones. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I hope that whatever your resolution is or whatever your goals are for this year, I hope you accomplish them. Some of you guys are graduating college. Some of you guys are getting married this year. I'm actually going to a wedding this weekend. Someone I know is getting married. I'll be there. Some of you guys are proposing this year to get married. Some of you guys are traveling. Hopefully they're safe. I wish you a safe and secure year. Genuinely do. Justin Sullivan, thank you for your super chat. He says Happy New Year. Johnny Topside, thank you. And Christian, he also left a super chat saying, hope you're having a good 2024 so far. Well, it's only been a few hours. So far, so good. I am going clothes shopping later, though, for that wedding I told you about that I have to go to. Because I haven't been to a wedding since 2017. And as many of you know, in 2017, let's just say that I was a much larger man. Yeah, I was fatter. Way, way bigger. And so now I got to get clothes that fit me now so I don't look like a damn fool rocking some clothes that are too big for me from 2017. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Johnny Topside joined the membership. Welcome. I actually was surprised you weren't already a member. For some reason, I thought you were, but that's okay. Sky Lance says, drops a super chat, and I think we're going to get a prediction here. We're going to open up with Sky Lance says. And of course, you guys feel free to give your thoughts in the comments about what, give your thoughts about the predictions too, but please be polite. Even if you don't think it's going to happen, don't just resort to name calling. I know you guys are better than that. As many of you know this, and I'm man enough to admit this. in the past, I've been a real dick, right? I've been a dick to people. I'm not afraid to admit it. In fact, it takes a brave man to admit this. I'm trying to do better. I've been doing better since 2020. So even if somebody comes in with something so ridiculous, you never know. Now, I will be debunking things that I don't believe are going to happen, but the thing I've learned about Dragon Ball, man, and this whole thing is something we've all learned, is that you can't predict Dragon Ball, which is funny because we're doing a prediction show. But Toriyama and Toyotaro and Toei and the whole crew over there do whatever the hell they want. So that's why it's more fun to see how many of us are going to be right. It's more fun to see that. All right, Sky Lances says, Happy New Year's, GOAT. Super excited for Daima. I'm just worried where it gets placed in DB universe. My prediction isn't a big one. I think if the reception does well for the first season, we'll get more arcs where they are fully grown again. He's talking about for Dragon Ball Daima. I think that's a very safe prediction. I think that whatever they have planned for Dragon Ball Daima, I don't know if it'll go past the first arc as far as what they have planned now. There's not much information out there yet. I've already told you everything I know about episode 1. So that's I think that is a fair prediction. I think a lot of folks assume that all of Daima is going to be them as kids. I don't think it was ever said that to be the case. It would actually make more sense if they're only kids for the first arc, because if the first arc is going to start during the 40-year anniversary of Dragon Ball, which is this year, you would think that by next year, when the anniversary ends, they can be adult again. I don't know. I can't predict the future. So it is what it is. But that's a safe prediction on your part. And by the way, y'all, if you want to predict like the rosters for Sparking Zero, I'm open to whatever. I mean, it's fine. There's no real thing. I just know that 2024 is a landmark year because I'll tell you why. 2024 will be the 40-year anniversary of Dragon Ball, WrestleMania 40. I turned 40 this year. As sad as that may be, it's not that sad, bro. I look very youthful for my look. And Godzilla turned 70. So, that's hopefully you guys saw -1 because it's only going to be in theaters until Wednesday. So if you haven't, at least in some markets, some of y'all already lost it. Some of you guys are getting it for the first time now. Those of you overseas, those of you in the UK and Europe, those of you in Latin America, go see this movie in theaters. Do not pirate it. Do not wait for it. Do not wait for streaming. Trust me. I don't have to tell you that. I've already said that I don't know how many times. I've been kind of obsessing over this movie. All right, so. All right, NO4 NOLA for life says, the next manga arc should be a small one before the end of Z. Should be a small Goku and Vegeta versus Gohan and Piccolo. I think you mean like a sparring match. Is that your prediction, though? It sounds like it is. So, we don't know anything about the next manga arc. There's been some misinformation that there won't be a next manga arc and that Super is ending. I don't know who's spreading that out, but that has not been stated by anybody, including people in Japan. If Dragon Ball Super, the manga, were actually ending, we would have already heard about it by now. Because they've got literally draft pages coming out in 2 weeks. We would have already heard about it by now. It would have already been revealed publicly by now. But we don't know where they're going. And that is what remains to be seen. So I would like to see a Goku Vegeta versus Gohan Piccolo sparring match. I would not mind seeing that. I like your prediction. Johnny Topside said, who do you think banged Sheila first, Broly or Beerus? I think Broly already hit it. Maybe that's just me. I know Uchi Games disagrees with me. But still, I think Broly already tapped it, bro. I think, read between the lines, guys. I think Chilai may have taken Broly's innocence from him. You know what I'm saying? I think she may have swiped the card, if you know what I'm saying. Johnny, okay, I already read that, sorry. Bon Jedi Ranger, Happy New Year, Danny. Me and my brother, whose birthday is today. His birthday's today, right? So your birthday was at the beginning of December, and his birthday's today, and that means that I can trace back to exactly when you and when your mom and dad, you know. But tell Jesse I said happy birthday. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. I hope he has a good birthday today, bro. I'm sure it's an adventure with you as his brother, bro. Then again, so is basic math. Chewy017 says, I feel like Dragon Ball Super welcome will come after Die. No, I think you mean Daima. You said, I think you mean Daima. I'm talking about the Super manga not ending. I'm not talking about the anime. If you're talking about the anime, yes, the anime's not gonna come out before Daima. Now you got me doing it. Daima. But the manga is separate from everything else. The manga is still ongoing. They even teased another chapter this month. So I don't know. Look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Anybody who, if you get, look, I'm just going to say this. If you get your news, depending on, you need to be careful who you get your news from, guys, when it comes to Dragon Ball. You need to be very, very careful. Anybody, I don't know who it is, but anybody going around, any website saying Super's ending, there's been literally no indication of that. None. So anybody saying that the manga's ending, they literally teased the next chapter at the end of the last one. It was literally in the Japanese page of V-Jump. I talked about it here on this stream. So you need to be real careful who you get your information from, bro, because when it's something that's that blatantly wrong, like, be careful. That's all I'm saying. So what I'm going to do now is, until we get more super chats, I want to read the regular chat and see what some of your predictions are. You're talking about Beerus's penis, bro. I go into the chat and the first thing I see is this guy Eric asking a question about Beerus's penis, bro. Like, okay, dude. Okay. SSJ Black Zeno says, I predict 2 to 3 chapters of transitioning before starting Black Frieza arc. I could make an easy joke out of that, but I won't. So you think the Black Frieza arc is next, but they're gonna wrap up Superhero? Fair. That's a fair prediction. Garrett Riddle says, when I walked out of the theater after seeing Godzilla -1, has me even more hyped to go to Japan for once in a lifetime, even though it's expensive to travel there. Yeah, I've been and I'm going again. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. It's a great time. Those of you in the chat who have never been to Japan, make sure that you, make sure you try to go at least once in your life. Yoav Israeli, you have asked that question about 4 times since, you have asked me this question like 4 times since I started the stream, dude, and I can't believe you're still asking it. I'm not against you asking the question, but you're not allowed to spam, dude. Do not spam questions, okay? No, there's not going to be a Dragon Ball movie this year. I already said there wouldn't be like 3 times. I said it in multiple videos. There will not be a Dragon Ball movie this year. If there was one, we would have known about it by now. It would have already been teased. It would have already been a trailer for it. Yeah, no more. You do not spam, bro. You get one warning. Do not spam, please. Someone's asking about a shoe size. I think the next arc will not contain Frieza. It'll be just Red Ribbon Army, some new robots and things. Oh, you're talking about the post-superhero stuff? I hope not. I'm done with Red Ribbon Army, bro. I hope not. You know what I mean? Let's move past it. David says, the dream of mine to go to Japan since I was in elementary school. Me too. That's why you should go. That's why you should go. Really wonder the role of Gohan going forward with the Black Frieza potential arc. Me too. Me too. Bon Jedi, please do not. Bon Jedi, you're not a mod. Please do not tell people to stop spamming. Only the mods do that. I appreciate you trying to help, though. Rose Goku Black. I don't know if this is a prediction. Any Daima trailers or news in the battle hour? They're supposed to be. They said there would be. We'll see. Donnie Baker says, Geekdom, will Daima have the same animators the whole way through? I can't predict that, man. I can't predict that. You're talking about me predicting something that's like, I don't even know how long it's going to be. So there's no way to know. I hope that whoever's in there is good. That I do hope for. Okay, Ghost Walker has a prediction. I do think it's going to be harder for Goku to use UI in his kid state than Dragon Ball in Dragon Ball Daima. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I was just told no transformations. So I got the hat at Walmart, Sensei guy, a while ago, earlier this year. Johnny Gonzo says, I wonder if there will be a new sadistic, bloodthirsty villain in the arc. I hope so. We need to see a real enemy in the series. You guys are asking me questions, and the thing, as much as I like answering questions, guys, but I'm here to read predictions, man. This is the prediction show. Like, I was looking forward to you guys giving me your predictions. Okay, here we go. K-Mit XX. This is an interactive show, so you're more than willing to entertain, to be around. Just I want to get your predictions. Frieza. I hope that Frieza kills Beerus, then they retcon something and they can't wish him back or something. It would be a hell of a moment if that happened. Dragon Ball is 40. Hold on. What is your plans for the channel? Again, you're asking me Q&As. I appreciate the questions, bro. We're doing predictions. I have a few different videos planned. Accelerator says, I predict that Daima will have a quick turnaround rate of the current haters. Actually, I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to make a prediction. I predict that by episode 5 of Daima, all the folks that are shitting on it are going to change their mind. Or at least the vast majority of them. And I've said that before. That should not surprise many of you. I predict that by episode 5, all the people who aren't happy with it, who are saying GT 2.0 and all this bullshit, are going to change their minds real quick. So I'm going to start taking calls from the Discord. Give me a second. I'm getting my, as you know, I have to get my headphones unraveled here. I have a bad feeling that the manga is going to be on stall mode, saving Black Frieza for after Daima. I don't know, man. I'm not going to say you're wrong. It's just, that's a long time, dude. Johnny says, do you think Mai got screwed over again in Daima? I don't know, man. I didn't even think of that. If Mai gets turned younger in Daima, wouldn't that make her a baby? No, she's a sperm, bro. She's like Pan. Pan's gonna be a sperm in Daima, bro. Okay. I got my headphones in. I'm gonna take some calls here in just a minute from the Geekdom Discord. Yoav says maybe they will bring Cooler into the manga and will make a Cooler focused Dragon Ball Super manga arc. Maybe. I mean, they've got Black Frieza hanging out there. Maybe there's another plan. Maybe Black Frieza will feud with Cooler, or maybe they'll be aligned. I don't know. Cooler has been talked about for years at this point, man. I'm trying. Okay, hold on. Megan Hassan says, I can predict Red Ribbon Army teaming up with Frieza to take down Gohan and Goku and Vegeta. That's a pretty interesting prediction. So, Megan Hassan thinks that the enemy of the next arc will be Frieza and the Red Ribbon Army. You know that, I don't think Frieza would ever team up with anybody, but that's about as good as it's gonna get. Shamar says Transformers turns 40 this year. I didn't even know that. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Dallas Griffey says oob oob oob. Are you predicting he's gonna be in one of the shows? Does anybody have any predictions for Sparking Zero? Happy birthday, Vital or Vital. Happy, I don't know which way you say it. Happy birthday tomorrow, bro. January 2nd. And happy New Year to all of you. I'm glad you're here with me for a little time that I'll be on here for a little while. I predict that the Galactic Patrol will play a role in the next Frieza arc. Mira will be there. I don't know about Mira. I've had a lot of folks predict Mira throughout the years, like being in the manga or the anime, and we never got Mira. So I don't know about that. I'm not against it, but like I said, anything can happen. Oh, I know. Okay, Dala Griffey says, I'm ready for Oob. Next manga arc. It's been long enough. You talk about the end of Z. Okay, Trip B Fishing said Sparking Zero is gonna have 300 characters. It could be, bro. It could be. I have to think. I could actually calculate it in my head, but I don't want to. I don't want to, bro. That's too much math even for me. Lord knows Bon Jedi couldn't handle an equation that big. Me, I don't even want to do that one. I predict Sparking Zero will be on sale for $40 with the first couple waves of DLC after 2 years after its release. No, I don't think Sparking Zero is going to be on sale for $40, bro. I think that's going to be 60 or higher. They have put way too many resources into this game, y'all. That game is going to be full priced. Oh, okay, Vital Michael. Okay. Well, the reason why I said Vital or Vital is because we have a lot of people that watch me that are not from America. So you have like foreign names like that. You know what I mean? Hold on. The questions are going by quickly now. Because again, you're asking me questions. I'm looking for more so predictions here. I don't mind the question. It's just that predictions is what we're doing here. Will Sparking Zero have Daima characters? That's more of a question. That's not a prediction. Probably, but it'll probably be DLC. All right, Josh90 says, my prediction is that the Black Frieza arc in the near future starts 3 years after the end of Z, and Oob plays a major role in that arc. I mean, if it's after end of Z, he would have to, right? To leave him... if they're going to do a story after the end of Z, to leave Oob out of it would be weird. GT did. That was a mistake. I mean, Oob came in later, but not at the very beginning. He wasn't part of the crew that went off into space. So hopefully it won't be the case here either. I predict a Majin Red Ribbon type saga. That's from Hoop Baby. How would that work? Because that doesn't... Majin and Red Ribbon are totally opposite things. You've got technology versus, magic. Like, how would that work? Michael Orlando says, I predict Black Frieza chasing down the Super Dragon Balls and making a wish with them. This will hopefully give us more Namekian background and more Omega Piccolo's abilities and heritage. I love your idea. The only thing I'd be wondering about is how are they going to beat Frieza if he gets the Super Dragon Balls? Like, Super Dragon Balls, Frieza's already the strongest mortal. With the Super Dragon Balls, bro, like, how do you win? Jesse Lay says that predict Geekdom 101 will have a breakthrough on his channel with even bigger opportunities with Dragon Ball. I see the Makaio Shin causing a ruckus in Daima. I hope so. For both of those. I hope so, but I really do hope that, it is what it is. Like, I hope that like the Makaio Shin do show themselves in Daima. Samaraith says, my hope is that Mr. Satan will be playable in Sparking Zero and he'll have his joke moves that you can win with. I hope you're right about that too. Xeno Omega or Zeno Omega, he says, I predict Black Frieza will team up with Cooler. Very good. If they use the Makaio shit in Heroes, would that be lame to you? If they only use it in Heroes, yes. I agree. If it was in Daima and Heroes, that's better. I don't want Heroes to get extra stuff anymore, man. Heroes gets everything. Give the good stuff to the main story. Prince Vegeta says, I don't know what to say, bro. I just want Dragon Ball to come back to its peak glory it was in 2017, 2018. That wasn't the peak of Dragon Ball. That was the peak of Super, but that was not the peak of Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was at its peak way, way before then. The 90s is Dragon Ball at its peak. Super was nowhere near. Super was big, but it was nowhere near what the old stuff did. It's like numbers or television ratings, like the old stuff. Dragon Ball's original run was red hot in all countries. All countries. Would Sparking Heroes allow Potara and Fusion Dance? You mean Sparking Zero? And I'm sure you'll have like Vegito's gonna be in it, Kefla will be in it, Gogeta will be in it, Go Tanks will be in it. Here's the question though: will adult Go Tanks Perfect Fusion be in it? Jason Animation says, I predict that maybe Goku would probably get a new Super Saiyan form, even though I don't see it happening anytime soon because the Super Saiyan forms are barely a part in Super anymore. It's always MUI now. Well, it will be in Daima, if anything. Let me go ahead and get some of these calls here in this in the Geekdom Discord. We got a lot of people, yo. Okay, let me start with Gaming Hub UK. Hey, bro, you're live. What's up?
Hey, hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Firstly, Happy New Year.
Yes, happy New Year to you as well. Welcome to the prediction show. I know that you are in the future. So, what is
hmm
your I want you to give me two predictions. I want you to give me a safe prediction and I want you to give me a crazy prediction.
Okay, so to keep it safe, now I'd say that because we already know that there's going to be a superhero arc again, um, I
Well,
think it is just
it's
leading
going to
up.
be a continuation of it, whatever that is.
Yeah, but I think after that, I think it will just be end of Z stuff because I think that's what they're going towards because they can't do much with the thing they have. So that's like my safe prediction. I'd keep it at that.
Okay, fair.
Now for my insane one, um,
The big one.
I'd say yeah, the big one, yeah. So I'd say that right after the scene where Goku and Oob are flying off to, I think that's where they start building up to Black Frieza, where you know
Okay, so
they
you're
had
saying Black Frieza after end of Z.
yeah, right, like right after. It's like how we transitioned from Moro to Granola, where right after Moro's defeat, you had the start of a new arc. So I think I'd like that kind of a snap where it just happens.
Also, I wanted to say something else. I should have said this earlier, but none of you
Mhm.
guys have done this yet. But make sure that when we do predictions, make sure it's tasteful. Nothing about like a real actor dying or like something
Uh-huh.
bad, like something in universe. I don't want to hear. I
Mhm.
predict Toriyama will die. Like I don't want to hear that. Like it's
Oh
just
God.
that's just not the kind of show. It's just like lame. Like it's edgy. It's
Mhm.
edge lord virgin teenager shit. Like I don't want to hear that shit. Nobody has done
Mhm.
it yet. I've been reading the chat and everyone's been very tasteful, which I'm very happy
Mhm.
about. But I still need to say it because just to make sure.
Mhm.
Now, real quick, let me get this super chat here. Pedro says, "What if Black Frieza used the Super Dragon Balls to erase all the gods so he wouldn't have anyone to get in his way and truly be the strongest?" Well, the ones that would have to get in his way would be Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, and Broly. I
Mm.
love your idea, Pedro. I would love it if Frieza used the balls to wipe away the gods because then we've got real stakes. Now it's like,
Yeah.
okay, how do they get out of this one?
Yeah.
No Whis reverse time bullshit. None of that. No
Yeah.
fucking like lame ass like, man, mystery character gets a crazy power up and beats Frieza. No Beerus getting
Yeah.
involved to save the day. No Zeno button. I would. Oh my god, bro! This guy Pedro just created a wet dream I didn't even know I wanted, bro. Super Dragon
Absolutely. I
Ball
mean,
Wish wipes out
that
all
would be
the gods,
insane.
and Frieza assumes the throne.
Oh shit, that would be insane.
Johnny
But
Johnny
yeah, I
Thompson said,
mean,
"What if Black Frieza becomes a baby too?" I'm sure there's fan art of it out there somewhere. What were you gonna say,
oh
bro? I have to
god.
put you back in the other room because I'm taking the predictions quick.
Yeah, of course, of course. But final one would be like I was discussing it in the other room as well. Like, how about we see like Cell or someone even return, like just for the fun sake? Because if Frieza, like how Pedro said,
I
if he
think
takes the
Cell
throne,
Max is about it, right? Like that's all we're
yeah.
gonna get is
But
Cell
one thing
Max.
is that by the end of the Black Frieza arc, I would like to see some Shadow Dragon esque arc because how the Dragon Balls are being used, especially by Bulma. I'd want that thing where, because of the misuse, there's a thing about the Shadow Dragons as well,
Right.
where they
That's
just
why
pop
the
out of the
Shadow
balls.
Dragons exist.
Yeah, I'm like, it should be just because of Bulma at this time, because she was the first character who introduced us to them, and then it should end it like that also. So I would like to see something like that.
Because
Not
she's been
very
wishing for
similar.
like a big ass and big eyelashes that
Yeah,
she should. Yeah,
I like
yeah.
to see Shin and not look like that.
It would
Just
just
kidding.
be awesome to see Piccolo and Vegeta yelling at Bulma like this is your fault. You misused the Dragon Balls.
Yeah,
Like, you know, you originally wanted
that's
to
the thing.
ash. You originally wanted to ask. Excuse me. You originally wanted to
Yeah,
ask for like a boyfriend. You got a husband in Vegeta, and now you're gonna ask for this. Like,
come on. And Vegeta never complained, but that's just her
well,
insecurities. Just
he probably thinks it was all like he probably doesn't even notice. He's probably it's all cosmetic to
yeah,
him. It's mostly on her.
yeah.
Mikhail says on super chat, I'm not sure you've mentioned this before, but why wasn't Gohan in Daima trailer? I have no idea. I don't know why.
They
I
might be
do not
saving
know.
him, but
I don't know
here's
why
one
he's not
more
in the
thing is that
trailer. Hmm.
yeah, I mean a kid Gohan being back is just insane. I'm down for it if that happens.
A lot of folks wouldn't
Um,
mind seeing that.
yeah, I mean it would just make it more interesting. Or a kid Broly. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about him.
If I don't know if Bro's gonna be on Earth when the curse happens.
But we may never know, to be
No, we
sure.
don't know yet. We don't, there's a lot of I
Yeah.
already all the information I have about episode one. I did a video on it that came out a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago or last week or whatever, and that's it. I
Hmm.
have nothing else. So whatever we
Of
find
course.
out, we'll find out at the end of the month.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well,
But
thank you
yeah,
for your
thank you
predictions.
so much.
All right, I'm gonna put you
Yep.
back over there. I'm gonna bring in the next person here in just a minute, but first, somebody just left the prediction I wanted to read. Um, hold on, I just saw one. Frieza wishes for a copy of himself to train with and do twice the work. I'm sure we all could do something like that, right? Broly having the legendary super tantrum. Okay, that'd be awesome. I love that. They might keep Gohan as an adult and only change the older gen to kids. Well, that's not true because Goten and Trunks are babies in the trailer. So Gohan was the only main character not featured in the trailer. Anyways, let me go ahead and get the next person in. Uh, Medios. Yo, man, you're live. Oh, wait, no, I got Isaiah in.
Hey, what's up, Geekdom? It's
I
been a
meant to
while,
bring in
man, since I've been
Medios,
in here.
but yeah, I was going to save you for after Medios, but what's up?
What's up, man? How you been? How's you been? How's your year been, bro?
My year's been a few hours. It's fine so far. Let's hope.
Yeah, hopefully we usher in a new year of great stuff going on, man.
I
For
certainly
real.
hope so. What do you have a prediction? What's your two predictions?
Uh, let me see. Um, we're gonna get some hints about Black Frida, obviously. That's one of them, and then the other one, another Dragon Ball movie announcement. That's what I'm thinking.
I can see an announcement for next year. Well, what about do you have like a wild one, like one that's like a prediction that's like maybe not likely or more risky, like one that's high risk, high reward?
Hmm.
Not everybody has one,
I
but I'm
think
saying maybe you have one.
I gotta think about this one. I
Do
don't
you
really know. I'm kind of stumped.
do you have one about do you have a prediction about Sparking Zero?
Honestly, now that I think about it, my prediction for Sparking Zero is that we
I've
might
got
get
one too.
like so many DLC, bro. Like the possibilities are endless. I'm not talking about like the surface level characters like Jiren or Hit or all that.
They're all
I'm
gonna be
talking
in it.
like every character from every piece of Dragon Ball media ever created. Like as far as like anime and stuff, and maybe even the games.
That's a
That's what I'm
lot.
thinking.
That's a lot, man. So you're
I know,
saying
dude.
you want to play real bad as the girl named Lime, bro? Is that what you're saying? Like, is that that far? Are we going that deep into the pockets of the series?
Yeah, yeah, I would say so. Yep.
I don't know if they'll go that far, but I will grant you that I would love it if they brought back the martial artists from Dragon Ball that we never saw again, like
Oh my
Gideon and
God,
like,
yeah.
yeah, for the
Mm-hmm.
old
Or
tournaments. Yeah,
Bruce Lee.
King
That'd be a cool
Chappa.
one.
Yeah, Bruce
Yep.
Lee, King Chappa. Like, yeah, that would be
Or that
awesome.
guy that was like super disgusting. What was his fucking name again?
Bacterian.
Yes, Bacterian. It'd be so funny if we got him,
The
bro.
only
Oh my,
problem
that
with
would be
back
on his
the
neck.
only problem with Bacterian is like you couldn't really use the stink move because like people on the internet can't really smell you. But if we're playing in the same
Yeah.
room as me, bro, I'm gonna make sure I drink milk before I play anybody in that game in my house, and I'm gonna give them the real Bacterian, bro.
Oh man, that'd be disgusting.
Yeah, well, that's how we roll. I'm gonna give my prediction for Sparking Zero right now. My
But go ahead,
prediction
man.
for Sparking Zero, and I'm being dead ass when I say this, and I'm calling it.
Oh.
Remember, I said this. Remember, I said this.
Mm-hmm.
Sparking Zero will break the record for the highest grossing Dragon Ball game in history. That's
Oh
my
yeah.
prediction.
I believe it. I believe it, bro. Let me tell you
Xenoverse
something, man.
Two, Kakarot,
Mhm.
fucking all the other out, out,
Out.
gone, gone, gone.
Facts, bro.
Dragon Ball, the old, not counting mobile games, so those keep going forever. But
Right.
console game or PC game, it'll be the highest grossing full Dragon Ball game ever. I don't think it's
That's
gonna get
facts,
topped.
dude.
I
I'm telling
think
you
that
right
I
now,
think
bro.
Tenkaichi 3 has so much equity with people all these years, bro, that
It
it
does.
steamrolled.
It does, man. It's like this. You know, it did so well because it's that popular again. Because you know, you have the BT4 mod. You know, you have like every character from Dragon Ball Super and all that stuff, and it's like a mod that you can play like on your PC. It's
Oh yeah.
super popular,
Yeah,
like
yeah, no.
alarmingly popular.
In fact, I believe I may have. I don't know if I told you this, but if you go to certain
Mhm.
ROM sites, the two most downloaded ROMs for PS2 is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Tenkaichi
Right.
3, and I think the mods
That's
have a lot to do with it.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, shoot, I was playing it the other day. I was playing BT4 mod. It's actually really good.
Yeah,
Like you
with
got
Ultra Instinct
Goku.
Goku and Champa and all
Yeah,
that shit. I seen it.
all the characters, man. And then they do the arcs and like the story mode like really good. Like it's actually kind of it feels like BT3 with DLC. Like literally, that's how good it is. It's so authentic, bro. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
BT3, man.
that's all, and
It's
that's
like
all a labor of love from the fans too. That's all done by
I'm
the
telling
fans.
you,
That's not
man.
even done officially.
So like with all that being said, your statement is definitely going to be true at that
I
point
think
cuz
so.
like when this game comes out, and I was thinking about this yesterday, I'm like, dude, this mod alone is like elevating everything BT3 was. And this game came out in like 2008. Remember that, bro? 2008, this game came out. And like, it's being relevant today. Imagine Sparking Zero. Oof, dude, possibilities are endless, man.
I think that's whoever like commissioned this game being made, whoever at Bandai gave the okay for this. they had to have known, man. They had to have looked back and said, okay, what's going to make more money? Xenoverse 3 or this? And I think they knew. They were like, look, we can do
Mhm.
Xenoverse later. Maybe let Xenoverse build up its equity, which it's never going to hit
Right.
levels of Tenkaichi. I'm sorry, I don't see Xenoverse ever hitting Tenkaichi levels, bro. It's just,
It's
it,
never
it
gonna
might
hit it.
come
It's never gonna hit
close, yeah, but it's never going to hit it.
it. Hmm.
Tenkaichi's a special game.
Never.
And I do
It's
think.
literally the. It's
Mhm.
my favorite game out of every Dragon Ball game I've ever played. And I played Budokai 1 through 3. You know, I played the GBA games a little bit. The BT
Daisy said,
three.
remember that you said that you're saying remember 2008 when you weren't even a sperm yet. Well, that's not exactly true. You were a kid then though, so you
I was
probably did
7. I
play
was
it.
7. I was playing the game
Yeah,
like
you played
hardcore
it.
with my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing. I actually
Did you
one time
break
I
your
got into a fight with
controller?
my brother over this game. Yes, yeah. I beat him, and we were doing a beam struggle. He was playing Gogeta, and I beat him with Super Saiyan 4. He was so mad that day because I broke the controller, man. Oh my
So
god! First time I ever beat him.
Black McBain said his prediction for Sparking Zero is that they'll have a tournament mode that mimics the Universal Tournament, the Tournament of Power.
Oh yeah,
I don't think they can
that actually
actually.
seems like a dope idea.
I don't know if they can have 40 different. How many people were in the Tournament of Power? Was it 40 or
Like
was it?
8, it
It
was
was
80.
it was 80. Okay, it was 80 people.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's net code that could actually like
I mean, what they could do
that's a lot of
similarly to
players,
the way,
bro.
yeah, what they could do like similarly to BT3 was that they would do like a tournament thing where each individual character would fight like a little like they did like with the tournament where you go up against somebody and then they fight and then it's like you get the next person, whoever wins, you know, they move on to the top and then they could do
That
that,
that
but
they
that would
yeah, that's
still
classic tournament. Yeah, I agree with that, but
right,
they can't
yeah.
do 80 people on screen at once, bro. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't even
definitely
think we
not.
have internet speeds that can handle that.
That would be pretty crazy, but they could do like a group and they would put it in separate rooms like 20 on 20 on 20 or like even it out or whatever. They could do that. Or they could do 40 for 2 different rooms or something.
So
I see that happening though.
Double A was supposed to call in, but he went ahead and wrote his prediction. I don't know, he left for some reason, but he wrote his prediction. He says, I predict Frieza gets a robot army that is powerful as he is going to try to take over the multiverse, something similar to Metacooler. That would
He could be
work
wrong.
with the red ribbon combination. That could actually work with that.
Actually, speaking of now that I think about it, one of my predictions, because I've always wanted them to dance with this idea, but like I wanted to see what they would do as far as cooler
That's been
and you
mentioned
know cooler.
already.
Yeah, I want to see what if they're actually going to announce him or something crazy. They could do like a another Dragon Ball movie tie-in where just like Broly, it could be cooler this time. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, but
Or
they've
Frieza,
been talk bro, we've been talking about this for years. People thought that superhero was going to be the cooler movie. Like I'm not saying that you're right or wrong. I'm just saying that this idea has
mhm,
been brought up for years now, bro. Like this is something that people have wanted for years. I don't think it's like that guy on Twitter who was like, "No message board ever asked for this" about Daima, and I was like, the fact that you think that a 70-year-old Japanese man reads American message boards tells me a lot about your idea
right,
of the
exactly.
real world, bro. Like Toriyama reading a message board.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well,
That's funny, bro.
yeah. Well, people on
And
Twitter
then no, here's
they
the
have
funny thing, bro. People who are our age don't even read message boards anymore, bro. Message boards
yeah,
are like the dinosaur, bro. They're fucking extinct.
pretty much. And I
My
mean,
man
like,
said message board, bro. When I read that, bro, I still can't believe it. I still can't believe he said that, bro.
yeah, that is pretty funny, man. But yeah. As far as like Twitter goes, they're full of small brains, so not many people are intelligent enough to comprehend anything.
Well, of course,
Like,
but this one was real
yeah,
small. Um,
yeah, of course.
Saint Visuto has a super chat. He says, "I predict they will go to Universe 6 in order to gather the Super Dragon Balls." Yeah, but for what? Like, what's the purpose of it? I'm not saying you're wrong or I disagree, but I need more information. Like, are they going to get the Super Dragon Balls? Monkey J. Luffy says, I think the next manga arc, we're about to get a DB multiverse war like the fan manga Kakume. Too many new forms and characters being introduced into U7 for them to be wasted doing nothing. I did a video about that. December of 2022, I think. about the next Tournament of Power. So yes, I think the time for that should be sooner than later.
I've been thinking about this too. I've always wanted like Dragon Ball Super to do like sub stories, or Dragon Ball in general do sub stories of the different multiverse. Because
So have
remember
I.
that episode where they were doing the TOP recruitment, and Lee would
Yes.
go to the different
And you
universes to see
saw
how that happened. Like,
the assassin hit doing shit.
yep, that's what I want. I want like a whole, just like 10 episodes from all the different universes at least.
Trust me, I want that too, but the problem is Shueisha and all these people making Dragon Ball are very narrow-minded. They don't think like
Yeah.
that. Like you're thinking of it from more like a Warner Brothers Disney type of way. They're not thinking about
Right.
things
Yeah.
like that. Because I've wanted that for years.
Yeah.
So, anyways, bro, I'm gonna put you back in the other room because I'm gonna bring the next person in. But any final predictions before I put you back?
I predict that 2024 will be the year that Dragon Ball flies off the handle and elevates the series better than it ever has before, man. That's my prediction, dude.
I certainly hope so,
Big
bro.
things for
Because
Dragon Ball.
let me tell you right now, if I wasn't so good at being an investor and if I didn't have multiple businesses, bro, I'd be eating ramen noodles and cereal all year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
thank God I know what I'm doing with my money, bro. But then again, nobody
Hell
cares.
yeah.
The fucking
Mhm.
investing room in the Discord has 6 people in there, and yet the Dragon Ball room, everybody goes in there. Okay, well,
Right. Yeah.
my investing acumen has literally saved my life.
Hell yeah, man. That's a blessing in disguise, bro. Seriously.
Yeah,
I'm glad
it's
you
a
you
skill
got
that
that
you
going well.
learn. It's a skill that you learn and you
Okay.
practice. So,
Right, man.
anyways, thanks a lot, bro. I'll put you back over there.
Yeah, much love, man. Thanks for having me.
Yep. I'm gonna bring in Medios in a minute, though. Somebody asked me who I'm gonna be maining in Sparking Zero. I have no idea, bro. I have no clue. I don't even know how the characters are gonna play. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Black Frieza. I have no idea. We won't even get Black Frieza. He's not even. There's no anime yet, so I have no idea. I have no clue. All right, let me bring in Medios. Okay, there we go. I got Medios in. Yo.
Hello there, everybody. How's it going? It's Darth Medios.
Yes, I meant to bring you in last, but I guess I clicked because your name's right under Isaiah's. I clicked him in first, but I meant to bring you in a minute ago. So, what's your predictions? You are already in the future, but I don't think you're deep yet into the future to where like you know everything.
It's true, but I do know 100% that I will make an accurate prediction about what's happening next in the manga. Guaranteed.
Okay. All right. The floor is
Okay.
yours.
So here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a new arc with a really cool premise. At first, it'll be well received, but with each chapter, the weight of the naysayers will press down on it, reducing its public perception bit by bit till the end of the arc where it's widely believed that Dragon Ball is dead and Super killed it. After that, a new arc will be announced with a cool premise. And so the cycle continues. 100% certain.
And then when it doesn't get adapted into a super anime, they're gonna complain about it, even though they hated it when it was a manga. Don't forget
it's
that.
it's okay. It's okay, dude. It's okay, dude. They only complain in your YouTube live chat. You're taking the weight of all of us. You died for our sins.
Well, I'm sure I've died for a lot of people's sins on YouTube, but I'm not taking the bullet for this, bro. I'm not. Other people can take the bullet for it. I'm not. But you're right. You're right. The best part is I'll give you the reverse of that prediction. They're going to announce a new movie, and because it's not cooler what they thought it was something totally different, they're going to complain about it, and then when they go see the movie, they're going to say, "Yo, that was hype." That's that's every single thing, bro. Broly, it's the same thing every time. Daima will be the same. We didn't want this. We didn't want this. We wanted Moro. And then watch by the end of
the shame on that guy who was streaming that panel.
No, fuck him.
It's going to be an in-joke in our community for the rest of time. We don't want this.
Yeah, but the funniest part is, bro, they're all going to look stupid in about 10 months. 10 or 11 months. They're all going to look real stupid, bro. I'm telling you. I do know. That I do know.
I do have a real prediction, though, about the Dragon Ball property that I'm most excited about in the coming year, Sparking Zero.
A lot of people are most excited about that.
It's going to be great. Here's my prediction for Sparking Zero, my sweeping prediction. It's going to be released to decent critical reviews. It'll be the gameplay on the level of Tenkaichi 2, Sparking Neo, weirdly, instead of the refined play of Tenkaichi 3. DLC will come out frequently with the community getting behind a series of deep cuts because the roster will already have all the big names, of course. It won't be as good as Tenkaichi 3, but it'll be regarded as the best in the series at launch because it's new and will look pretty. It'll take a minute for the launch hype to die down and people will really start making comparisons. There'll probably be a video essay that's like an hour and a half that compares the games that destroys this game, and then everyone will hate it.
Wait,
Guaranteed to happen.
but I'm a little confused. Why do you think it's going to be more like Tenkaichi 2? What kind of makes you think that?
I think it's going to be more like Tenkaichi 2 because when you have a sequel to a series that's been dormant for a really long time, they always kind of fumble doing a satisfactory sequel to the gameplay of the best one. So, like, with the model is, for me here, is the Battlefront game that came out in 2015.
Oh, God.
That game did not have the gameplay, the really tight
you say
gameplay
that
of
again.
Battlefront 2 from 2005. Yes. Battlefront 2, once it settled down and we got over the worst launch ever, it was really good. It was finally really good.
I don't think it was
in
still
the
as good
end.
as the original Battlefront 2.
That's one of the greatest games of all time.
Dude,
but
I
like,
spent
it was
hours
different.
on that game.
I still do. I still play it every now and then. But like, the new Battlefront 2 at least can hold up to it. At least it's like a sequel where we can be like, yeah, okay, it's been a while. I buy it. I think that this will be simplified for the new gaming masses, and as a result, it won't have the complexity of Tenkaichi 3, and so it'll be more stripped back Tenkaichi 3, which is Tenkaichi 2. I think it's going to be just on a gameplay level, not quite at the perfect level of 3.
But
And then we'll
think
get
that they can fix it
Sparking
with a
1 or
patch?
whatever.
You think they can fix it with a patch?
I don't think they'll ever fix anything with a patch as far as gameplay is concerned, just like they didn't with Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 2's gameplay has been pretty much the same ever since launch. Like, there's been new additions, but like they'll just leave it until the game's over, and then they'll release Sparking 1, I guess, and it'll be what we wanted this time. I'm not saying it won't be fun. Tenkaichi 2 is many people's favorite Tenkaichi game, but
No, it's underrated. I've always felt it's very underrated.
for sure. But it's mostly down to the story mode. It's not down to the gameplay.
Right.
Like, you can't even block rush supers in that game. The whole meta is just like trying to prevent your opponent from doing a rush super or keeping like the ability to fight back against their rush super. Like, the meta's all messed up. Being able to block them in 3 is like so much better. So much better. 3 is a wonderful game to play. I'm not saying that they'll make that exact mistake, but I'm just saying, for instance.
No, I mean, I didn't think about things from the, they're going to do a Tenkaichi 2 thing. I thought it was going to be more like 3. What I felt the biggest detriment of Tenkaichi Sparking 0 is going to be, and it's a pro and a con, is the big roster. It's one of those things where, because there are so many characters, it's easy to get lost in that. So I feel like that could be like almost overwhelming in a way. So I feel like that could be to me the biggest detriment. But if you're saying, I mean, but here's the question though. So do you think that then it would take Sparking 0 2 or Sparking -1, bro? You might as well. You might as well just call it Sparking -1. You might as well. So
with Gojira pre-order downloadable content. Let's go.
I'm gonna show the camera this shirt that I have. I may have already shown you. I'm not wearing it right now, but I should have. I fucking love this shirt. You'll see it on screen in delay because obviously we're behind a little bit here. I fucking love this shirt. I wore it to see -1 yesterday. It says, "I survived Godzilla 1954 Tokyo." Of course, I survived because I wasn't there, but
I want that shirt. Damn it.
I can link you where I got it from, so no worries. I will do that. All right, I'm going to put you back in the other room because I'm going to bring Jordan in, which surprises me he's even here. But do you have any Daima predictions before I put you back over there?
None at all. I'm can't wait to be excited. I can't wait to be surprised by it. It's a big question mark, and I'm sort of leaving it that way, not trying to make myself any expectations. I don't want to feel like I watch Daima and be disappointed that it's not what I wanted. I just want to go in as fresh as possible and not think too hard about it.
I hope
I'll enjoy it more that way.
That's smart. That is the smart way of looking at things. We don't do that.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want to be watching Daima and think I don't want to see this. We don't want this. We don't want this.
somebody says Godzilla in Japan right now. It seems like it. Why does it seem like it, bro?
Because of the earthquake that happened.
Oh, there's an Earth. I didn't know that. I didn't even know there was an
Yes,
earthquake.
yesterday there was an earthquake on New Year's Day, a 7.3 magnitude earthquake. There was a tsunami that hit part of the coast, about 100 miles off Tokyo.
Again.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, this happens.
It was
This
bad
happens like
earthquake.
once every few years for them.
They're in a very unfortunate position. Geologists predict that Japan will be sunk into the ocean within the next 1,000 years. So,
And Super still won't be
I
back.
don't know, man. Yeah. So we better enjoy our anime now, boys.
Yeah, enjoy it now, folks. As your great grandchildren might never know what the One Piece is because that's never gonna end. So, anyways,
The One Piece is real.
it's friendship. It was the friends we made along the way. I'm only
Oh,
kidding.
can you imagine? I hope it's that just to see how mad people get.
Well, that's the
It won't
reason.
be,
That's
but-
actually the reason why I haven't read it yet. I told Bindle this too. It's not that I hate One Piece. I have no opinion. It's just that I'm worried that I'm going to like it a lot, which I might. I very well will like it a lot, and then by the end, it's gonna like. What if the ending sucks? Then what? You know what I mean? Like that. It's not a big deal, but it is like it's a big investment. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. No, man, I actually do hope that the geologists are wrong about Japan, or at the very least we have technology by then to stop it from happening. 'Cause I can imagine they make some kind of technology to, like, reinforce the land. I could see that happening in 1,000 years.
It's just where it's placed on like the geological plates of the Earth.
Right.
Like that is unfathomable technology. But then again, like 100 years ago, the idea of the technology we have now is absolutely unfathomable. So who knows what's going to happen?
Maybe we'll already have colonized Mars by then. Then we can get Dragon Ball on Mars. I don't know, bro. I'll be a fucking fossil by then, bro. So I'll be like Alfred, bro. I remember my friend made the joke because we're watching a long time ago in the 90s. We're talking about Batman, and they were like, comic book characters never age. Like Batman should be dead by now. And Alfred should be a fucking fossil. I was like, yeah. But that's
Yes.
comic books where they never age. Anyways, man.
I
Thank
mean,
you
with
for
all the
stopping
people
by.
trying to kill him, Batman should be a fossil. Anyway, yes, it's been lovely. Have a good one, everybody.
Take care. All right. So let me get this super chat here, y'all. I do hope that I know Eru. I know. I was just kidding. I want to get these couple of super chats in. First of all, Classy Tech Calibration says, any news of 4K Blu-ray Z Super re-release? You're not gonna get it, bro. Stop. You're not getting a 4K of Z or Super anytime soon. Don't wait for it. You're not gonna get it. Trust me. Rhiannon Kitsune says, I predict Arale and Beelzebub for sparking. I think Arale, yes. Beelzebub, maybe not as confident in that. Well, Emmanuel Rodriguez, I pray for them too, but hopefully in the future, like I said, by 1,000 years, everything will be better. And then Kane Marlowe says, Frieza could do a Crisis on Infinite Earths type deal where the Super Dragon Balls, and at the end we get a Goku send-off so the voice actor can retire. I would not be against that. I don't know if it'll happen, but I wouldn't be against it. Is that a prediction? I don't know. Thank you, Jose Lopez. He says, Happy New Year, cabron. Hope this is a good one for your channel in Dragon Ball. Me too, brother. I think it'll be all right. Okay, let me go ahead and bring Jordan in. Jordan, what are you doing here, bro? You should be resting.
Well, I mean, I'm sitting in a chair, so
You still should be
I'm
resting.
good to go. What's up, YouTube?
It's been a while, man. How are you feeling? I'm not going to go into detail. It's your personal life. How are you feeling?
Not great, but I'm here. I'm alive. So let's talk about Dragon Ball.
Yes. What predictions do you have for 2024? Whether it be Dragon Ball Super, Daima, Sparking Zero, whatever.
Okay, well, let me see.
And also,
I guess
you
I'll
can
start
also
with
make more than one. You can make a safe one and a crazy one if you want.
right. I'm gonna make a safe one. I'm just gonna talk about my safe bets because I do have quite a bit to say. Um, so in terms of my like safe bets, I do think that it's likely that they'll like do some more stuff with Goten and Trunks, as bad as that sounds,
I think you're right.
because because the thing is like it's very clear that they're trying to do as much content as they humanly can to build
It's
up to
very
the
clear
end of
they're trying to get me to Harry Carey is what's really clear, Jordan. No,
they're
go ahead.
trying to do as much content as they can building up to the end of Z without contradicting it. So it's becoming a major issue in that sense. What I think they're gonna do is I think that Toyotaro is probably gonna fanboy over Gotenks and use him in something, and then we'll move on to something else. But I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna keep the antics between Broly and Vegeta and Goku completely separate from everything that's happening on Earth, and they're just gonna switch back and forth between what's happening with Vegeta and Goku and Broly and what's happening on Earth, and that's essentially going to be the next stretch of story that we get in the manga. Is just seeing the events that are leading up to the end of Z. That way, they can do some stuff on Earth with Goten and Trunks while simultaneously doing stuff with Vegeta and Goku and Broly, and building up to what's happening with that whole thing. So I think they're just going to like basically tell two simultaneous stories. One will be building up to the arc after whatever they're going to do with Trunks and Goten, and the others, it's going to be the Trunks and Goten stuff. That's my safe bet. That's what I think's happening with the manga.
I would agree with
In
that.
in terms of Daima, I've been talking about Daima a lot on my channel, and I think it's possible that they might expand on Majin Buu's origin in Daima, because Majin Buu is Oob, right? And they show him in they show the demon stuff, the Bobbity Boo, all that stuff in Daima's trailer. And I think essentially everything that they're doing with the story right now is just it's just preparing for that shift into end of Z territory. And I think that Toriyama, he's been doing this thing where he's been expanding on lore in the background for different arcs that he's previously done. So like, for example, a lot of the stuff with Goku and Vegeta lately has been Frieza centric, you know, because Frieza and Goku have a very strong relationship with Frieza. So most of the stuff that we've seen with Goku and Vegeta lately is expanding on all of the story that took place between Goku and Vegeta all the way up to the Namek saga. So Toriyama's and Toyotaro are sort of building lore behind what happened in Z in terms of that era when it comes to Goku and Vegeta right now. And I think that they're going to do that same type of story building, but with the red ribbon through Goten and Trunks. So they're going to simultaneously have stuff happening that pays homage to the Namek saga, while also having simultaneously things happening that pay homage to all of the Red Ribbon stuff, and that includes the Cell and the androids and stuff like that. And then Daima is going to be paying homage to everything Boo Saga related, and I think that they're doing that on purpose. I think they're expanding on the lore behind those sections of the story in three different sections of the story simultaneously on purpose, because I think Toriyama's in this like
Well, the Moro arc definitely had a lot of interesting reveals about like the Makai or the Daikaioshin and all that stuff.
yeah, and I think that that Toriyama and Toyotaro are just in this arc of storytelling right now because they're sort of reliant on building up to the end of Z, where they're just expanding on previously established lore rather than creating new lore, which kind of comes back to like part of your criticism, wanting something new. I think that's part of the reason they haven't really brought anything new, because they're taking this opportunity to essentially expand on previously written concepts like Frieza, the Red Ribbon Army, Majin Buu, and things of that nature. So I think that's essentially what we're going to get until we get into End of Z territory, and then we're in completely new territory at that point. And that's sort of my like safe prediction for what's going to happen with the franchise as a whole in terms of like the manga, Daima, stuff like that. Like I think they're just going to continue to expand on previously established lore in the story until we get to the end of Z. I don't think they're going to stop doing that anytime soon.
Do you have a crazy prediction?
My crazy prediction would be that they go straight into the Black Frieza stuff, and Frieza pulls, some kind of, basically what people thought Alec was going to do. Because if you remember, like, during the Granola arc, everybody was like, "Oh, Alec's this like mastermind, like chess master, like he's gonna like have like an army that rivals Frieza, and he's gonna like
Well, the whole thing was gonna be
be
the he reprogrammed OG73. Remember that was the big one. And remember
right."
about halfway through the arc, I'm like, we're not gonna see OG73 again, are we? And we didn't. So,
Yeah, I do remember that. But
I
I
figured
think
it out.
that I do think that this will eventually happen. I do think that they are building up to Frieza being a sort of chess master, and sort of a master manipulator. But I don't think we're going to see that realistically until later. But I would love it if they did jump straight into that type of thing. I'm just very skeptical to believe it. But I do like in terms of my crazy prediction, it would be really wild if they just went straight into Frieza doing just something completely unexpected and just like wild, like maybe using the Dragon Balls to do something crazy.
Well,
Or
earlier the Pedro I think said that he used Super Dragon Balls to kill all the gods, get rid of all of them, and that would be awesome. That would be actually awesome.
yeah,
That's something they
something
should
like
do in a
that.
movie. That's so big they should save that for a movie, bro. Pay your money to see this in theaters, you know.
Yeah, and you know what? That might be the case too, because who knows? Like, I would not be shocked if they do this again, where they create some big film and then adapt it. Like, it wouldn't shock me at all if they're like secretly working on a film as well,
They're
and
not.
they're going to unveil that
They're not. They could be. Let me just say this: they could be
in the
pre.
writing process.
Yes, right. They could. They're probably pre-producing, but they're not. There's no active production right now. Yeah, that we know.
Right.
It's all Daima. It's all Daima, and then once that kind of they have a, then we can get into animating something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just all Daima, and of course One Piece. Some of the animators are working. You know, there's obviously going to be that crossover.
Right.
This is what it is.
But yeah, I just think we're gonna, like I said, just to summarize what I said, I just think we're gonna get a lot of lore expansion behind the Red Ribbon Army, because in the last manga chapter, they did head straight to Red Ribbon Pharmaceuticals, implying that there was more stuff with the Red Ribbon Army coming, and then there was that line at the end of the manga that says a hero's job is never done or whatever. And then
It's gotta
so
be
like they
Goten and Trunks. Yeah, I'm with you. I say the same thing. And I even said it on my
yeah.
stream, dude. You weren't here, but I was like, please don't tell me we're going back to Trunks in high school. Please.
Well, I think Tortaro just wants to do something with Gotenks. I'm not joking. I
Hey,
legit think that's what's
maybe.
happening. And I think that during all that, we're gonna get more training stuff with Broly and Goku and Vegeta. And Broly's training progress is very, very, very important, because at the end of the Broly film, I don't know if you remember, but like at the end of the Broly film, Frieza said that he was not gonna make his next move until Broly had control of his senses. So that is a very, very important development that they can sort of take their time with and sort of just develop in the manga while Goten and Trunks are doing their thing as well. So again, I think they're just going to take advantage of this dynamic where they're switching back and forth between what's happening between Goku and Vegeta and Broly and Earth. And that sort of keeps Vegeta and Goku separated from the antics on Earth, which sort of complements, Goku and Vegeta not visiting much. So, like, I do think that they're going to continue to do this thing where they focus on two sections of stories simultaneously in the manga. I do think that that's what they're going to continue to do, personally.
Yeah, I mean they could. I just hope it doesn't take too long. I don't want to wait too long for like good stuff to happen. That's it.
Yeah,
just
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all.
Well, look, man, rest up, please, relax, and whenever you're better, we can start the Mongolian. So,
All right, man. Thank you so much for having me.
yep, always, man. Take care. All right. That was Jordan. We got one left, bro. Well, two left. All right. JD, can you hear me? JD.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, all right. Let me guess. Granola will get Ultra Instinct?
I've wisened up to my earlier prediction.
Yeah, I'm sure if we did this last year or 2 years ago, that would have been it. Yes,
I'll
Steven. Hold on. Steven said Goten Trunks back to high school equals geekdom rant arc. Yes, that I will rant on that. But what's up, man? How are you?
honestly, I'm doing good. I honestly haven't been feeling well, but I'm doing a little bit better
I can relate. I've
today.
got some sinus issues, so I can relate.
Yeah, I didn't do anything for New Year's, but I'm excited for the new year because I really think this is going to be a turnaround year for Dragon Ball. Like I'm incredibly excited for Daima. A lot of people, like I agree with you. Once they see the animation and kind of where the story is going to
The
go, I
fights.
think the fights, yes, especially. But I'm excited just because of the lore. Like we could really get some crazy secrets revealed that have been something that has been on our mind for years.
I hope so. I really do. Because Toriyama is one of the great all time lore masters. He doesn't always deliver what we want with lore, but he's done so much of it that I think, especially in Dragon Ball, that I think it's something that I look forward to seeing.
But one thing that I like in terms of my predictions, like I a little bit I'm like a little bit conflicted because we already know when Superhero came out, there was that Toriyama interview where he said that the end of Z was fast approaching, and obviously this arc is all the whole year that we've had has just been nothing but superhero retelling, but we're now finally in hopefully the end of Z territory. I think that based off what Toriyama said and based off what Toyotaru said himself way back in like 2016, 2017, where he said that they were going to approach End of Z, like, cause like in the first chapter of the superhero manga, or not superhero, the super manga, the first chapter was like the retelling of the Majin Buu. He's going to do something like that. We're going to get to that point where we see the 28th Budokai. We're going to see Oob, all of that, Bluegie.
That's your
I
prediction
just
for
don't.
this year?
I think it has. It has to happen. I just don't see at this point. I was hoping that they were gonna like I was kind of conflicted on Black Frieza either being like a pre end of Z or post end of Z. At this point, I think it's post end of Z. I think they're saving Black Frieza for like one of those final big bad kind of story arcs. And like you mentioned, with what Frieza's now capable of, like the tensions are to be at an all time high because of how dangerous Frieza is. Let's not forget he has Oil and Maki. He could potentially get the location of Zuno because he has Mackie, he can get 10 questions. You know, I don't see why he couldn't get those questions. I honestly like my out there prediction would be that if this next arc is something like with Black Frieza, which is what a lot of people want, I wouldn't be surprised if he got the location of where the Supreme Kai is at, Shen, and like kidnaps him and has him as like a bargaining chip as he waits for Goku and company to train Broly and stuff. I also wouldn't be surprised if I don't know if it'll be this coming chapter, but as we get into that Black Frieza kind of story, I wouldn't be surprised if Black Frieza just shows up on Beerus' world because he would know the location due to
Would
Zuno,
do to Zuno,
and
right?
yeah, and then just be like, "Yo, Beerus, it's time we duke it out."
That would be
They
something, wouldn't it?
have a crazy battle, and maybe Beerus has like a slight edge over him, and then Frieza's like, "Well, this time I came prepared," and then you see him with like the Supreme Kai, and he kills Jin, and then Bear.
I wouldn't hate
All
that. I wouldn't hate that at all because it's like he's gonna fight him, lose to Beerus, but say haha, and then here's my ace in the hole, and
here's the insurance.
he
Yeah.
chops the Supreme Kai's head off.
And a lot of people would hate that because it's
No,
sort
I
of what
wouldn't.
Goku Black did because Goku
It
Black
is, but
is
seeing Frieza do it makes it awesome.
it's just funny because it just shows how much of a manipulator he is. Like he came prepared, just like with using Sorbet to laser Frieza or not Frieza, Goku. I mean, yeah, it's a scummy move, but it fits the character of Frieza. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing those kinds of preparations behind the scene. But I really would love to see him just show up on Supreme Kai's world, take Shen, and then just have that be like something in the background as we watch Goku, Vegeta, and Broly train. Because I think that is something we're gonna see. Is they're gonna keep Goku and company kind of on Beerus's world, going into the next chapter, and then Gohan and Piccolo will kind of deal with the remnants of the Red Ribbon Army. I do think that's going to be important down the road because we know Toriyama has taken ideas from Dragon Ball Online. So eventually, the new Red Ribbon Army may reform into the Red Pants Army with Carmen,
Oh
and we
boy.
might see something.
I mean,
I just think they're gonna
Carmine,
do that.
bro. Not
Carmine,
Carmen.
yeah.
Carmine, bro. Carmen's name is a woman's name, bro. Look at you.
Sorry, but
Just because
yeah,
we're
I definitely think
transitioning
that.
into the new year doesn't mean that Carmine's transitioning into Carmen, bro. At least not yet. But if they
But yeah,
want to
I
be
definitely.
progressive, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but I definitely think like this is the year of End of Z. Let's not forget that
It better be.
Kakarot, the next DLC for Kakarot is End of Z, and I don't think
Is
that they
it?
released Yeah, 100%. Hype said it was one of the the reveals that he had on Twitter,
I didn't
where
even
he
hear
said that
that.
the next. So that like, and people they won't think too much of that. They'll just be like, oh, it's just End of Z. But think about the timing. Like if that DLC comes out like January or February, which I think will be the case, it wouldn't surprise me if we're in End of Z in the manga.
I mean, normally I would agree with you, but I think when it comes to timing wise, it's hard. Like I said, normally I wouldn't disagree with you. It's just that sometimes if something happens in one medium, it doesn't mean it'll affect another one. You know what I mean? We've had plenty of cases where something's happened that hasn't really affected others. But however, to your point, in 2016, Trunks was being pushed in Heroes, Xenoverse, and Dokkan, which was still kind of a new game at the time. And then we saw him come back in Super. So there is something to that if they do go that route.
And Dokkan and Legends, they were also doing Dragon Ball, like OG Dragon Ball characters. For example, Path to Power Kid Goku was one of the the LR or not the LRs, the LFs for Legends, and that was the same month that they announced Daima. So to me, that is again,
Well,
it tells you.
right, but I'm saying we knew about Daima. Well, not ever. I knew about Daima. You probably did too prior to that announcement coming. But I mean, maybe you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that there was a bit more evidence out there for that. I don't know if there's enough there yet for End of Z.
And even Dokkan was doing like they had a really good Kid Goku unit that released, also Path to Power themed.
They're gonna
And they
put
had
more out this year, like when Daima actually
exactly 100.
starts.
Yep, and they're gonna continue to have like promotional tie-ins. I wouldn't be surprised if pretty soon when they have the battle hour, they're gonna have like a special like Daima Goku promotional character, just like how
Right.
they did with Ultra Instinct.
They could very well do that, actually. Real quick, Dems Wood sent a super chat. He says, post End of Z, DBS needs a multiversal civil war. I agree with that. So what is your do you have an out there prediction or even a safe one for Sparking Zero? Do you care?
Um, I mean, I definitely think Sparking Zero is gonna be, if not one of the best Dragon Ball games ever. I don't really have an out there prediction for that. I just know that it's gonna do well. I think Battle Hour is gonna be a big like hype moment. We're probably gonna see like an actual like a lot of like big gameplay. I also I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people are saying that they think it might get delayed. I don't think so. I think it is going to come out this year. I mean, the Steam
I think
page
it'll be
has
this
like
year. I do. I don't
yeah,
think it'll be after this year.
but I definitely think it's going to be like it's going to be the game. Like that. That's no questions about that. But I don't really have an out there prediction because like I mean, some people are saying they want to see manga characters in
That's not
that
gonna
game.
happen.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
I'm telling you now, if you think Ultra Ego Vegeta and Moro and Granola are gonna be in this, bro, you're getting your hope. It's not happening. It's not happening.
I did have
However,
one outlet.
Daima characters as DLC is likely. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I did have an out there prediction for sort of like where we're headed, where Goku and Vegeta is training. I would not be surprised if we get another iteration of Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. I
Oh,
think they're gonna be
for
another.
sure.
Jordan disagrees with me on that, but I'm like Jordan, like come on, like,
No,
this
I
is.
think at
Uh,
least Ego. Ego is just the beginning, bro. There's got to be more to that.
I agree, but I also would not be surprised if Ultra Instinct changes again as we get into like base form End of Z, like in the like that's where I think we're headed. But I would not be surprised if there's another cosmetic change to the form. Like I don't think
Right.
I just don't think they have like a significant like plan for Ultra Instinct. They're just going to continue to
They're
change it
gonna
as it
keep
needs to be.
moving the goalpost.
Yeah, and I just would not be surprised if there's a new coat of paint. Like I just that just at this point it's what's been working for them. They're gonna do it as we get new villains and things that will push Goku and Vegeta. So I definitely think that's gonna happen there. A lot of people, are expecting something for Broly. I'm still kind of not sure. I think they're gonna do God Key with Broly, but my thing with the training that they're doing on the Beerus's world is that like I don't know, like they're gonna keep him on that planet for a while, and then eventually once Toyotar recontextualizes the end of Z, where he gets us finally to that point with the tournament, I think that's when they're gonna do something with Black Frieza. But I don't know if that's gonna play out completely in this year. But I think we're gonna get sprinkles of that.
Well,
Like
I
the whole
hope
thing
they
I think
at
about.
least give us what Black Frieza's been doing, at least that to kind of remind us, hey, this is still a thing we're gonna do. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
let me tell you something. Planet Sadala, I'm done. I'm done thinking about it. When it comes, it comes. If it ever does, it might never happen. You know what I mean? I'm done. You know what I'm saying? But the Black Frieza thing is gonna happen. We've already seen him. We've already seen him. So it has to happen. Like that's what I don't understand. How can somebody say that Dragon Ball Super is going to end anytime soon if we have unresolved plot threads, including that one, which is a major one? Like, how does that make
yeah,
any logical sense? They're just going to end it without giving us what happens to Black Frieza? No, that's a thing they're going to do. It's just when. Is it this year, next year, the year after? Like, when? That's the question. That's the problem. You know?
yeah. And that's the thing is like Toyotar, I don't think he can risk like keeping that on the back burner. He's gonna have to give us teases. If this next arc is sort of like a like aftermath of superhero, which it very well could be, he's gonna have to give us sprinkles of what Frieza's doing, whether he goes to Zuno's location and gets some questions answered, whether he goes to the Supreme Kai's world, whether he takes OG 73 or something, we have to get some teases of that. And I think that's fine. It's just that we need to by the end of this year be in End of Z. Like that's definitely what I want to see. Like I just cannot buy the fact that Toyotar is gonna say that, or not Toyotar, Toriyama is saying that the end of Z is approaching. It's like we're right there and then we don't do it. Like that to me that just would be silly.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. All right, man. Well, it was good to hear from you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
You too, buddy. Thank you for having me. And here's to the community. I think we were in for a lot of good stuff this year.
All right, I'm gonna put you back in the other room, but I think there's nobody in there, so I'll just put you back. If you want to log out or whatever, it's on you.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, later. All right, let me bring one more person. We got one more person here. All right, Accelerator, you are live.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, you're the
It's
last one, man. Before we close out.
bro.
What?
It's been like a whole year since I've talked to you.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. So you are the last one, bro. What's up?
Saving the best for last, bro.
What's your? Yeah.
So,
Well, maybe.
all right, so my first one's gonna be the wacky, never gonna happen theory. So my prediction for that,
Prediction.
yeah, it's gonna be Keith Lee starring as Kaiosama in the Netflix adaptation of Dragon Ball, bro.
I'm okay with that, bro. I'm okay with that. I would be fine with that, bro. Or
I,
he
I, I
could
know
even be Majin Buu.
that's true, bro.
I like that.
And he can gray his hair.
You know
He
what,
could be gray.
bro? Keith Lee could be Majin Buu, Fat Buu, and Swerve could be Super Buu.
You know what, bro? That
That
that would work.
fits.
That
That
would
fits
work so well.
perfectly. That fits. And he's a Dragon Ball fan, so he would do it.
So would you have Prince Nana as Kid Buu, bro?
Sure. Sure. Why not?
Okay, so my new prediction, like I got this bounce off that Pedro guy's idea earlier, bro. It just hit me. So if he uses the Super Dragon Balls to wipe out the gods, what if that like unleashes a seal of Zalama and he's the true villain?
I'd be
That'll
fine.
be my prediction.
I would be fine with that. I would love that. That works for me. That works perfectly for me. Real quick, before we get to your next prediction, Joseph Lipkin. Yeah, I'm getting to it now, bro. I actually did miss it. My bad. He says, I'm glad you said something, bro. Do you think about what do you think about Frieza finding and being trained by the reverse and evil versions of the angels, which led him to the new spirit in time? I think Broly can be a mind control target. I love both of those ideas. I like there being evil angels out there, and I like there being Broly being a mind control target, but that would take a bit more time because that's what he was originally, anyways, in the old Z movie. So, yeah, sorry it took me. I got caught up in the calls, bro. So I apologize for that. Anyways, John, but yes, I like your ideas. Accelerator, what's your other prediction?
My other prediction, I didn't really have one, bro. Like, I really think if I was gonna take like a safe route,
Sure.
it's gonna be the next arc is might start to focus on like smaller characters and try to build them back up because a lot of the Earthbound heroes, aside from Piccolo and Gohan, are not where they should be to even really help.
They're not
anybody
gonna
at this
matter
point.
though, bro. They should just retire them. I'm sorry, but like keep Krillin as a cop, like, huh?
I agree. Like they don't matter. Like they really don't get attention to shine. But like I feel like they should get some shine
I hope
for a
so, bro.
final.
But I feel like Tournament of Power was the end for some of those, like Roshi and Lenten Han. Just retire them. That's the way I see it.
I agree.
So,
That's pretty much all I got for like my predictions, though.
do you have any Sparking Zero predictions?
Sparking Zero, I like what I'm seeing so far of it, and pretty much everyone has said all my thoughts on it. But if I was gonna take something and add to it, I think it would be very unique and controversial if they just like took. Bear with me, I'm trolling a little bit.
Hold on,
But
hold
if they
on. This DD guy's asking if I'm balding. Yeah, bro. All this, I'm totally balding, bro. Look at, like, I'm totally balding, bro. Look at the receding hairline. Look at the patch. Yeah, yeah, sure.
You're like Randy Orton right now, bro.
Oh yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
What if they took a patch, bro, and added Evolution as a fighter?
Evolution as a fighter? You mean as a group of fighters, like the movie?
Yeah. What if we add Justin Chatwin and everybody else from that movie, bro,
I mean,
as
they
a
did have
fighter?
a video. They did have their own video game. Let's not forget they
Did
did
they
have their
really?
own. Yeah,
did
there's a
not know
Dragon Ball
that.
Evolution fighting game on at least on PSP, right? Anybody ever play that game in the chat?
Holy crap! I did not know that.
Oh yeah, you could play as Justin Chatwin and Chi Chi and everybody and Piccolo, everyone from the movie.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really all the predictions I had. Really, Sparking Zero. I really never played Tenkaichi. I was more of a fan of the original Budokai games. I really wish they brought that series back.
Me too. I like those a lot. They tried to in other iterations, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, it
just
definitely
wasn't the
wasn't. 3 was the best for me.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, it's funny. It's not even about balding. I actually need a haircut, like legit. I usually let my hair grow out this high. I've got the fro going on. That's my black side. I actually need to get. I'm getting a haircut this week. I would have got one today, but my barber doesn't work on New Year's Day. But I need to get a haircut, bro, because this is we got a mess going on right here. But, anyways,
I'm in the same boat, bro. I shag up pretty quickly, bro. Like I get a haircut, 2 weeks later, I'm already there for anyone.
at least you're not getting 2 haircuts a week like some of the Jersey Shore guys would do. They get 2 haircuts. I don't know how you can get 2 haircuts a week, bro. And my hair doesn't grow that fast,
No, not even mine.
And theirs doesn't either. They just do it because if it grows a millimeter higher than they want it to, it's like, oh, it's time to cut. No, I don't see that. I don't see that.
Too much, bro. That's evil level shit.
Even if you've got money, yeah, that's like narcissist, like not real narcissistic, but like that's like full of yourself, like cosmetic
you're
shit.
very self-absorbed. Yeah,
Yeah, this
I
guy.
agree.
This guy said, fun fact: the guy who did Piccolo did Zamasu. Yes, that I've known that. I knew that before he was. I knew that before it was even public because Sabat told me. Sabat was like, "You'll never believe who we got for Zamasu. He likes playing guys with green faces." So that's true story. That was years ago. That was like 2016. He said that to me. So, anyway.
Didn't you say that on stream one time too?
Well, I'm sure I said a lot of things on live stream, but I'm not. This is not like a scoop because it happened so long ago. It doesn't even matter.
Extra. Look what happened years ago.
What happened years ago?
No, this comment, bro.
Oh, Oh, that guy. Well, he might not have been here for that. I mean, I don't really talk that much about dub casting. Once in a while, but not all the time.
Yeah,
So,
I definitely don't want to get any dub debate right now, bro.
no, I'm not in the
Those are
mood
like
for
the
it.
last one here. Yeah.
I'm so burnt out on them, bro. New Year's resolution should be don't get in any more anime debates. Anyways, bro. All right. Well, I was gonna put you back in the waiting room, but I might just leave here and just close out and say goodbye to everybody. So, thanks for stopping by.
No problem, bro. I'll see you in the future.
Yep. See you soon. All right, y'all. So, excuse me. That's going to do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the prediction show and thank you for your predictions. I was able to read some of them on live. I couldn't read all of them, but it is what it is. I also love Budokai 3 a lot, Blick Boy, so thank you for that. Again, Happy New Year to all of you and your friends and family. Thank you for your support of the channel and your continued support. It means a lot to me. Trust me when I tell you, I'm not just saying that. It genuinely means a lot to me. One day I'll tell you exactly why it means so much to me. It's going to involve me burying people, so I'm not going to do it now. But anyways, y'all, look, take care. Have a great day. Have a great year. Hopefully we'll all have a great year. And I'll see you guys real soon here on the channel.